I thought I was going to go into missions and be a missionary and live somewhere not here and do all these big things. And, the Lord led us together for a reason, a very clear reason, but that was something that was not on his radar and not on his heart.
I had all these plans and doing big things that had, everything to do with me and nothing to do with the Lord, really. When she first started talking about foster care and adoption and all this stuff, and I was like, no, that doesn't fit in with the plan. Like, we're going to have our own kids, and we're going to do, we're going to have our own kids, and we're going to be stable, and we're going to have a house, and, maybe when they get a little bit older, maybe that's something that I would consider one day or something like that. The Lord really just continued to break down my heart, and, one Sunday we got to church, and the girl who was leading worship just started a prayer by simply saying, Abba, Daddy. That's all she said. In that moment, God spoke to me in a very real way in my heart and in my mind and was just like, you are going to be a daddy for these kids. I need you to be a daddy for these kids because they need a daddy. And you can be that for them. You have so much love to give them. And from then on, it was just, there was no looking back. My heart just shattered, and there was nothing else left to do but move forward and get involved in the foster system. Our first placement was completely outside of the scope of what we were technically licensed for, and we were nervous about it, but God handled all of it. We just fell in love with this kid, and a short while after that, we were only licensed for 2 kids in the home, and we get a call for a sibling group of 3, and they come to us super late in the night, and we're like, oh man, scrambling to try and get everything ready. But again, he just handled it, and it's been that way every step of the way. I mean, adoption is so tightly woven into the story of the gospel that, you can't deny that this is his heart. His heart is for these kids. He wants them to be adopted into his family as much as he wants them to be adopted into an earthly family.
We feel very strongly, too, that this is everyone in the church's calling, and that even though we have unique gifting that has allowed us to be a home for these kids and to see that bigger picture, the Lord will equip whoever steps into this, and he will clear the path, and he will give you what you need and give you the support and the people. As long as you go into this, truly with the heart of listening to the Spirit and listening to him along the way, then he will clear that path.
We don't all have to do the same thing, but we're all called to do something.